Hey, hey, what's going on? It's Sunshine.
And E.
All right.
What's up, everybody? We're back again for some more reaction videos.
Yep.
We're going to hit something. Well, this is Little Rich.
Rich.
I'm sorry. Little Rich.
All
Rich
right.
Little.
Yeah.
Impressions. This is 1985, but this is the MDA Telethon. How many of you all have ever sat and watched the telethon or got involved in the telethon? Anyone?
Yeah, I have, and I've had for years probably. Even when it kind of do you remember what year it started? It was in the 60s.
I don't know
Early
the
70s?
years. I mean, I used to watch it as a kid because I was always a Jerry Lewis fan. So I mean, and then used to watch and see all the people who had this form of muscular dystrophy. And that was the one night that I would stay up all night long.
Right.
Leave my television on because I'm a sleeper. 8:00, I used to be in bed. Even as a teenager, kid, I was always early in the bed. But the telethon during Labor Day, I was.
My question is, could you do something like that now? I don't think you can. I don't think.
Can I do something like what?
Could you, not you personally, but could you do something? Can that be done again? Something like the telethon, where you have people at the top of their careers giving up their time, donating money, not getting paid to perform for a telethon. That seemed like everyone wants this. There's always a price for it, right? And today it seems like you probably can get a lot of newer actors, people that want to try to boost their career doing it, or they got something new, a book they want to sell, a movie that's coming out. But just to say, hey, I'm in the prime of my career, I don't really need to do this, but I'm gonna do this for the cause. I want to hope and believe that you could do it, but I don't know.
Who's in it is in their heart to do.
True.
So
that's why I give people a lot of credit, because those were people like in the prime of their career. These are people that gave up their time, their money, and donated money, and so I always give them. And this person here, Rich Little, he we've done different things, and people doing different impressions, but this one is one that I would say to some degree kind of kickstarted it all. But there's been a big break, and then you have other guys come back and they start doing impressions. But he kind of was a top dog and kind of kicked it off. So let's get started. Let's check this out. But after you watch it, if you want to see more, just go down to the description where it says want to see more, and check out some of those links we put in there. But now let's get started with this. Before we do, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also share, comment below. So come on, let's go.
In the words of our president, well, I'm delighted to be here tonight and part of this Jerry Lewis Super Show. I've known Jerry for years. As a matter of fact, Jerry Lewis was the very first choice for the movie that I made, Bedtime for Bonzo. I was all set, but they wanted Jerry for the chimp. Imagine a champ who's now a chump playing a chimp. But everybody loves Jerry Lewis. You should hear what Jimmy Stewart says about him.
Jerry is probably the most thoughtful, the kindest, the most generous person I've ever met. I remember. I remember a couple of years ago, Jerry came over to visit Gloria and I to the house in Beverly Hills. And I remember we were taking a little walk through the garden. And all of a sudden, we came across a little injured animal on the pathway. And Jerry knelt down and very carefully he picked it up, and then he climbed up a big 70-foot tree by himself and very carefully put the little animal in the nest. And I thought it was one of the most compassionate things that I'd ever seen. And in fact, it was so compassionate, I didn't have the heart to tell him it was a frog. I just couldn't do that. But it was a nice gesture. It was a nice gesture. And then Jimmy Carter, what you should hear what Jimmy says about Jerry.
Oh man, come on.
Hi. Do you know me? Sometimes I don't even recognize myself. That's why I'll always carry the American Express card. Don't leave office without it. I'd like to read you at this time a list of my accomplishments as president. How the hell with it? You know, I can relate to Jerry Lewis because of my brother Billy. I mean, I nearly swallowed my teeth. Now, they're both clowns. They both like to fool around a lot, but they both have a very serious side too to their nature. As a matter of fact, I remember in 1978 when Israel asked our country for jets. Jerry was the first one to respond. He sent them 3 New York football players. That's the kind of the guy is. Isn't it one thing? Thank you so much. God love you. Thank you so much.
Richard Nixon, you remember him. You should hear what he has to say about Jerry.
My fellow Americans, I remember the first time that Jerry came to the White House. It was during a time of crisis. And I remember he was ushered into the Oval Room. And within minutes, I gotta tell you, within minutes, this guy had me on the floor with his funny stories, his anecdotes, and all that shtick that he does. It was probably one of the most enjoyable afternoons that I have ever spent. As a matter of fact, Pat and I play that tape over and over and over again.
I forgot all about him.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I forgot all about him. I mean, yeah, he was a good impressionist.
Yeah, he was. Like I said, most of the stuff was political. A lot of presidents and he did Jimmy Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think Jimmy Stewart. And it's funny because it sounds just like him. I mean, that was like later on in his career, but I don't know if he always talked like that because I remember seeing him on the Carson show one time. I think Carson used to have him on somewhat regular.
Who, Stewart?
Yeah, Stewart. And that's what he sounded. I was wondering, I always thought he sounded like that because he just got older. But I wonder if he was always like, because I don't really remember him younger when he was acting or whatever. But if he talked like that. Now, what was he?
In Miracle on
Yeah, that's what I was
34th
thinking.
Street.
Okay, he talked like that then too? Really? Oh, okay, yeah, never. Oh, okay. Never, because I don't know. It's one of those things like when you live somewhere and it's something like if you live in New York City and you have the Statue of Liberty and people ask you, have you been there? Because in your mind you say, eventually I'll go. And I think that's kind of the same thing with when it comes to certain things. It's like you would think to yourself, oh, when I get a chance. So that's kind of what I was with that movie. It's like, oh, one Christmas I'll watch it. So I never really sat down and watched it, even though we played it over and over again, because I was like, I'll catch it eventually. So I don't think I've ever sat down and watched that whole movie.
From beginning to
because
end.
I always figured it was there. Then if I miss it, I'll get it next Christmas because they're going to run it 400 times next Christmas. So, so I never got a chance to really watch that movie. But there was the other one with the tongue sticking to the pole. The little kid licks the pole and sticks it in with the... that's the one with the guy from the Night... What was it? Nightcrawler, Night Stalker, or whatever. He did this thing. Wow. You know what I'm talking about?
I know
it's a Christmas movie. They got the lamp with the lady's leg and some fishnet stocking.
I don't know.
I think that's what it was. If y'all know the name of it, I don't. Those are two movies I remember the most, like going back for time and years. But you understand what my favorite are. You got your 3 movies. Okay, y'all ready for this? This is your 3 Christmas movies. Early in the morning, it's Charlie Brown Christmas.
Charlie Brown Christmas don't come on in the morning.
Okay, in the morning. I'm just saying that's when you watch it, when you start opening the presents. Then when you get that second plate, then you sit down to Bruce Willis and Die Hard, the first one.
The first one.
Okay. Then last, when you go and you get back, you get that last third plate, and you eat and you sit back there, and it's time for Ben Affleck and Reindeer Games. Those are 3 Christmas movies. That's the trilogy in movies when it comes to the Christmas movies.
Mine are. I don't mind Charlie Brown Christmas. Okay. I watch that, but mine is Die Hard, of course.
Mm-hmm. And then Reindeer Game, and what else?
And then Die Hard and The Wizard of Oz and The 10 Commandments. Those are my holiday movies.
Holiday, okay, because I was going to say that's not really, well, I guess it's not really Christmas, but I just, I gotta have 5. That's why when I've seen that movie, I said, okay, I'm going to be watching this one over and over again. I like that movie. See, I'm a casino guy too, so that really worked for. They was gonna knock up this casino, steal this money and stuff. So it was really interesting for me. I really enjoyed that Christmas too. I loved it. It had a lot of good lines in it. But anyways, that's Rich Little and the impressions he did back in 1985. And so bring it up to date now. You got several people doing a lot of good jobs at it, and so I commend them. But I kind of say this is like the grandfather of impressions, this guy here, Rich Little. So y'all let us know what y'all think. And before we get out of here, do me a favor. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also share, comment below. And I do believe that's it.
That is it. Thanks for listening to Sunshine and E.